and each other. Good night.
This program lineup is brought to you by Vision Express.
NBC's Wednesday primetime lineup comes into focus with Vision Express. Fast, fashionable, focused.
KUAM TV8, first on Guam. KUAM News headlines are presented by Calvo's Insurance, protecting Micronesia for 85 years. Matson and the Adai Itano program. Apply at matson.com and McDonald's of Guam. I'm loving it.
A corrections officer accused of sneaking meth to an inmate in a box of chocolates. I'm Yona Charfers, and coming up tonight, the director confirming the officer has been placed on administrative leave.
Guam's lawmakers keep the ball rolling in session today, considering 4 bills from emergency readiness planning to boosting financial support for island residents. I'm Nevaeh Anderson with the details coming up.
The Chief for our Academy celebrates their first kindergarten promotion as the students graduate with the knowledge of the Chamoru culture. I'm Ari Kidwell with more coming up on this story tonight on Primetime.
Good evening, Guam and Hafaday. I'm Jason Salas. This is KUAM News Primetime, and these are tonight's top stories. And leading off our broadcast, a corrections officer is under investigation tonight, accused of smuggling drugs into the downtown detention facility during what seemed like a routine shift change. It's tonight's top story, and it's with Joan Ugan-Charfers.
It happened late Tuesday night, around 9:30 p.m. at the Hagåtña detention facility. According to a source close to the investigation, an incoming corrections officer met with the outgoing officer near the control area, standard procedure during shift change. But what wasn't standard? The handoff that followed. Authorities say the incoming officer gave an inmate nearby 2 boxes of Raisinets. One appeared harmless. The other contained a plastic bag with what's believed to be methamphetamine. An alert corrections officer witnessed the exchange and stepped in. The inmate reportedly became nervous during inspection, raising even more red flags. A shakedown of the area near the inmate's cell soon uncovered another find, suspected tobacco hidden in a nearby trash bin. All evidence was confiscated. According to DOC Director Fred Bordallo Jr., the Guam Police Department was immediately contacted and launched a criminal investigation. The case has already been partially referred to the Attorney General's office. For now, both the officer and inmate involved are under scrutiny. Bordallo confirming the officer involved was immediately placed on administrative leave with pay pending outcome of the internal investigation. As investigations continue, the department says it remains committed to rooting out corruption and maintaining the safety and integrity of its correctional facilities. Joan Ugan-Charfers, KUAM News.
Now, it's also worth noting it's the 3rd shakedown in as many weeks, as Chief Bordallo also wanted to extend his appreciation and thanks to Corrections Officer Eric Santos, who will receive a commendation for his actions of intercepting the contraband and immediately reporting the crime to his superiors to ensure the mission of security and enforcement of laws were achieved. Well, keeping the ball rolling in the Guam Congress building today, lawmakers took up several bills addressing issues such as taxes on vehicle transfers to improving emergency management. Nevaeh Anderson gives you a breakdown.
During the first half of today's session, senators focused their energy on measures aimed at updating key government functions, protecting and uplifting vulnerable communities, and easing some of the strain on our returning workforce. The first bill on the agenda is Bill 88, introduced by Senator Tello Taitagui. It seeks to change how taxes on vehicle transfers are assessed. Taitagui argues that relying on Kelley Blue Book values often overestimates taxes on vehicles, unfairly burdening residents.
Our cars are exposed to unique environment challenges: constant salt air, rough terrain, high mileage, and prolonged use, which all contribute to much lower market value than KBB typically estimates.
Senator Shangu Matautou says the bill would also be a step towards solving the issue of abandoned cars degrading our communities. Moving forward, Bill 66 by Speaker Frank Bloss Jr. would codify the Guam Comprehensive Emergency Management Plan, as well as require annual reviews and exercises. Senator Shangu Matautou says as tropical storm season approaches, having this plan in place is critical. Senator Shelley Calvel also rises in support of the bill.
The intent of this measure is to ensure that Guam's emergency management system is not a reactionary tool pulled from a shelf after a crisis, but a living, practiced framework embedded in our government operations year-round.
Up for debate as well was Bill 95, authored by Senator Tina Muñoz Barnes, which would allow child care facilities to operate as intergenerational daycare centers, a move she believes reflects Guam's values. The bill comes with its own standards for such facilities, their education and safety provisions, but in addition,
this measure gives the Department of Public Health and Social Services 60 days to draft rules and regulations to implement this new license.
Finally, Senator Chris Barnett's Bill 50 would allow for sick leave accrual for rehired Government of Guam employees, helping those who step up to fill in the gaps, such as the teacher shortage.
These retirees, they're coming back because they love what they do, whether it's in the Guam Department of Education or the Department of Corrections. Let's please restore this dignity.
All of these bills have now advanced to the third reading file. Nevaeh Anderson, KUAM News.
Elsewhere, Jim Moylan, who is, of course, our delegate in Congress, has submitted over 400 appropriation requests to secure federal funding for Guam in the 2026 fiscal year. The requests do target key programs such as funding for the Community Development Block Grant, supporting housing needs, the GMH's TEFRA rate and adjustment study, and $750 million for the Port of Guam's critical infrastructure improvements. The delegate says, quote, "These requests reflect the input of our community and our commitment to ensure that Guam is not left behind. From healthcare and education to military readiness and the economic growth, our office is pushing for strategic federal funding that uplifts the people of Guam and strengthens our role in the region," end quote. He credits collaboration with local agencies and lawmakers for the robust submissions, adding that his office will continue to ensure Guam's needs are front and center in D.C. Well, the Guam police have just released new details about the vehicle involved in the early morning crash in May 18th that left one person critically injured. They're looking for a gray 2010 to 2013 Mazda 3, either the sedan or hatchback models, with visible damage to the front right bumper. The car might also have a cracked windshield and a missing or broken front passenger mirror. Now, the incident did happen around 2:30 a.m. near the heart of Dedido, and at the time, the victim was rushed to the hospital and placed on life support. Tonight, GPD says the victim is stable, and investigators are now asking for your help. If you saw anything or you recognize a vehicle matching the description I just read, please call GPD's dispatch at 475-8615. That's 475-8615. You can also leave a tip anonymously through Guam Crime Stoppers. Staying with the crime beat, a man has been charged with a pair of counts of kidnapping with a special allegation of possession of the use of a deadly weapon, terrorizing as a third-degree felony, and misdemeanor assault, according to the complaint filed May 25th. The victim, evidently in that document, was lured to a home where he was allegedly attacked by 31-year-old Kevin Alvarez. Police say he accused the man of owing him money, beat him, and pointed a gun at his head and threatened to kill him. The suspect then forced the man into his own vehicle at gunpoint, driving across the island with the victim trapped in the back seat. At one stop in Jigo, a woman reportedly told Alvarez the man did not owe anything, but the threats continued. Back in Senanya, the victim managed to unlock the child's safety lock, escape the car, and flee to safety. The next day, police found Alvarez and his companion in the stolen vehicle, with the woman confirming much of the victim's story and said she had no idea Alvarez had planned the attack. Authorities have uncovered a dangerous stash of nearly 20 grams of meth found on a suspect who led cops on a tense confrontation in Jotnya. Patrick Muñoz faces serious charges after GPD says they caught him with the suspected drugs, a pipe with residue, and a stolen motorcycle. Officers say Muñoz resisted arrest to force them to use drive stuns before a canine unit helped restrain him. Muñoz has been charged with theft by receiving stolen property, illegal possession of a controlled substance, and resisting arrest. The motorcycle, which is bronze and does not have any plates, turned out to be stolen, first reported missing last November. 3 days ago, he expired tags, and he admitted he didn't have a driver's license and gave officers permission to search his car. It was at that point they found a glass pipe and several baggies of what tested positive as meth. Nick Napati Chargaloff was arrested and now faces felony charges for possession of drugs. He was booked and confined. In other island news headlines tonight, Taiwan's president welcomed Guam's governor in Taipei on Tuesday. It was Governor Liu Lianggro's first official visit to Taiwan since taking office in 2019, with the meeting signaling a push to strengthen ties between Taiwan and the U.S. Pacific Territory during growing regional security concerns. During the meeting, the president highlighted Guam's strategic importance, calling it the closest U.S. territory to Taiwan and a crucial bridge for deepening bilateral relations. The The president also noted the recent launch of a new United Airlines direct flight between Taipei and Guam, saying it enhances tourism and economic exchange between the two islands. Our governor emphasized the shared values and mutual interests between both Guam and Taiwan.
And we are here because we want to continuously provide quality of life to all. So I am always ready and very welcoming, and certainly want to look forward and looking forward to a great, strong relationship between Taiwan and Guam in socio-economic issues, in culture, in our marketing, in tourism, and of course, Mr. President, in freedom and democracy.
The governor's visit comes at a time of heightened military tension in the Indo-Pacific region, as since she assumed office, China has increased its military pressure on Taiwan, conducting frequent air and naval exercises around the island. Now, our island, which hosts significant U.S. military assets, is often factored into wargaming scenarios involving a potential conflict in the Taiwan Strait. The governor arrived in Taiwan on Sunday and will be there until Saturday. Her visit is underscoring Guam's growing role in U.S.-Taiwan relations and the broader strategic landscape of the Western Pacific. It's time for a break, everybody. Please stay tuned. Primetime will continue right after this.
GU Self Storage, located in Harmon next to McDonald's, offers a variety of storage units. With rates starting as low as $95 per month, we offer complimentary use of dollies, push carts, Plines hand trucks, and pallet jack, with a fully covered loading and unloading areas and ADA accessible units. We offer 24-hour CCTV surveillance monitoring, alarm, and individual pin-coded gate and door access, because your safety is our priority. GU Self Storage, voted Pika's Best in 2024. Call 671-648-7867 today.
NBC's Wednesday primetime lineup comes into focus with Vision Express. Fast, fashionable, focused.
KUAM TV8, first on Guam.
Introducing GTA Air Fiber. Air Fiber uses next-gen wireless technology to bring an ultra-fast and super reliable internet connection to your home through the air. No wires required. With speeds of up to 500 megabits per second that cable and satellite can't match. Now, the whole family can stream, game, download, and surf the web like never before. Elevate your connection with GTA Air Fiber. Call us or visit gta.net today.
Don't need a work break, keep the smile on your face. The moments you can't replace, and I'll be around. Whoa. You can count on me, you can count on me for life.
Wherever life takes you, we're always here for you. Calvo's Insurance. Count on us for life.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. 7th, 5th graders in graduation season graduated from the island's Chamoru Academy Charter School this afternoon as the first fully fluent class of Chamoru speakers, a language that they've spoken since age 4. Our Destiny Cruz Langus has more from the celebration over in Barrigada.
Hafiday, we are coming to you from Magalahan Harao Academy Charter School here in Barrigada, and we are joined by Anne-Marie Arceo. You are the founder here at Magalahan Harao. So it's such a big day for you guys. You guys are graduating 7 5th graders. They're now going into middle school, and this is very historic because these children have been speaking Chamorro since they were 4 years old.
Hongen, yes, they have been. I'm very grateful to come to this day. I think that we're very blessed, And we wouldn't have been able to do it without the community help, without our elders who believe in this mission along with us, and the community buy-in along with the parents, and the commitment of the parents to bring the kids this far, since they were 4 and staying on track with it and just being here. The parents are amazing, and the teachers that we have are amazing. They're committed to this mission. I'm overwhelmed with the graces that we received for this school year. Our first year, we've done so much and accomplished so much. We've had some hurdles, but because we hold hands and we love so hard, because we forgive so hard, we know that this mission is greater than us, and so we let those things be overcome by seeing that vision for our children coming down, coming in the future. So. I feel so blessed today, and so I'm so grateful and so humbled to be able to come to this last week, and today the graduating class, the first class of 2025, to the 7 children that will be graduating with full fluency and a full self-identity to move into middle school.
Yes. And, as we're speaking of the future, I just have to ask you, can we see a future for middle schoolers here at Hurrah?
Yes. In fact, the Charter School Council just approved our request to add on 6th grade and the middle school. So we're going to start with 6th grade and then add on 7th and 8th. But we've been approved. We also have our budget for 6th graders and for middle school. And here we go.
So this is just news just for us here at KUAM.
Okay.
There we go, guys, the exclusive. So
people know we had a budget hearing, and so our request was out there. But I think this is our chance to let everyone know that we are going to have a middle school, and these kids will have a place to go and continue being, growing their self-identity and being who they really want to be, leading in our community with all that is Betu and in Nafa Maulik and in Agwaiza that we've taught them, that will ground them and will guide them, to make responsible decisions, be responsible Samorus here in our community, and even be leaders and take our place one day. Yeah.
Definitely. And again, as we look forward to the future, is there a message that you'd like to send to these 5th graders as they move on to middle school?
Hongen. Famagono, famagonzuas hamzu za gof man ninai hamzu ne mega na regalos ya para esti. Ha adik hamzu, na hamzu para finet na ni permet na para fan magadua ginen e magalahin rao. Pues tuli ano na regalo. Then isa cara dia gilanala mizo fan gairis betu tori tempo fan afa malik into hamzu ni manialu then consigi mo na kosiki undia sine hamzu parangge hilui itanota then patinas malik na decision para itata kosiki sine ma continua lumala ifino then ikuturata si Diyos masi famagano.
Well, Siza Usma Asi, Sana Anne-Marie, thank you so much for having us here today, and congratulations to the class of 2025. We're going to get the ceremony underway, so back to you, Jace.
All right, nice job, Des. Thanks for that. All right, now speaking of the school, it's a place that fosters the revitalization of the Chamorro culture and language, as I said, for our young people, one family at a time, and they are celebrating the kindergarten class of 2025 at their first awards ceremony. Iri Kitigwa has this story.
Magalahan Hurrah Chamorro Academy celebrates their first graduation for their kindergartners Famaguun Lima. Sina Guinifi, or Anne-Marie Arceo, is the president of the academy and has great admiration for the students, the teachers, the community, and the academy as a whole.
I'm just so overwhelmed with gratitude to God and to all the support of the parents. I couldn't have done it without them and the staff. We had some bumps along the way, but we held on tight on that galidi and we kept paddling. And so here we are. And the parents, from the parents to the children and the grandparents, they all want the same thing for the next generations to come so that we can continue on as a people.
Bunitazi, or Amelia Chance Gutierrez Arroyo, has been immersed in the environment since she was 3 years old. Bunitazi shares her favorite moment of the graduation and her favorite school subject.
What was your favorite part of the graduation?
Dancing.
What was your favorite thing you learned from Chifarao Academy?
Math.
Proud parent Hannah Gutierrez Arroyo shares feelings on what this means to her as a Chamorro woman and as a Chamorro mother.
when the opportunity arose for her to be put into immersion schooling, it's something that was really near and dear to my heart. Cultural revitalization and the preservation of the language is, I think, has to be the paramount concern for those of us here in Guam and in the Marianas. It's not just language and culture, it's the values, it's the family that they're being raised from. There's nothing more important to me as a Chamorro woman than to see my daughter, to have a daughter to pass this on to, and to, she said she wants to be a doctor and a Chamorro teacher when she grows up, and I have no doubt that she can.
Locals trying to build their connection to their language, their culture, their identity, whether as a child or as an adult. The resources, the people, and the island will be there to support every journey. I'm Ari Kitagwa, reporting for KUAM News. Biba Chief Harao Academy, Biba Famagutlan Lima.
All right, Irie, thanks so much. I love graduation season. All right, moving on in our rundown now. The Guam Police Department in Serious News is on the hunt for applicants for their Youth Summer Program, Project U. Students are going to have the opportunity to spend the summer under the mentorship of some of Guam's finest in their safe school partners. Matsuki Hirayama has this story.
Schools are out for the summer, but there are many opportunities for the island's teens to stay involved through youth programs like the Guam Police Department's Project U. Police Officer 1 Ian Leon Guerrero with GPD's Community Affairs Office is the program coordinator.
And what we would like is to empower them to be safe and responsible decision makers and to prepare them for what happens after they graduate from high school.
It's a completely free Safe School initiative where students will have the opportunity to earn community service hours and school credit. Students will get to spend their summer under the guidance and mentorship of peace officers and partners like Manyelu, the GCA Trades Academy, Thrive Coalition, and the Guam Behavioral Health and Wellness Center.
That's really what we're there for, as educators, mentors, and then of course if they have any questions about what it might take to be a police officer or how it's like being a police officer, we're there, keeping it real.
Plus, school resource officers like Police Officer 2 Shane Perez from Teason High will be there to, quote, keep it real and break down barriers.
This is which Project U is going to come in collaboration with the SROs, is somebody they see every day, but like Officer Leongro said before, now they're not going to see us in full uniform.
They're full battle rattle.
Yeah, we won't be geared up with our vests, with our duty belts and our uniform. We'll be in civilian attire. And they're going to see our true characters behind the badge. Of just
basically keeping it real with the students,
yes,
right?
Keeping it real.
And that's what it's all about.
Project U will be taking place from June 2nd to the 27th from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the GCA Trades Academy in Teason. To sign up your teen ages 14 to 17, just scan this QR code or email projectuguam@gmail.com. Applications close this Friday. Matsuki Hirayama, KUAM News.
Well, taking place this evening, the Guam Education Board is reconvening an executive session, continuing their discussions from last week's meeting. Chairman Angel Sablan tells KUAM News that the board will meet with the AG's office and GDOE Superintendent Dr. Kenneth Swanson to discuss the process that has already begun. And although Sablan could not provide details, citing personnel matters, he said that the doctor will have the opportunity to hear from and speak to the board pertaining to how to proceed with his employment. Sablan also responded to recent comments from Committee Oversight Chair Senator Vince Borja regarding his call for action and unity.
Everybody from the board members, the superintendent, the deputies, everyone, down to every school. It does take cooperation and collaboration and togetherness. Because as long as somebody in that chain is not going to be working with, our purposes and our mission, then there's always going to be a ding somewhere. So we're going to try to see what we can do to have a smooth opening for the school year 26, and that's my goal. And I agree with Chairman Borja that we do need to put our either maybe differences aside, stop pointing fingers, stop blaming each other, and just move forward.
Meanwhile, Sablan says they are appealing the U.S. DOE's denial of the local agency's request regarding American Rescue Plan funding, this time using the correct verbiage and justification that the agency is on the look for. The deadline to resubmit is the 7th of June. Well, I want to give you a look now at how public schools are faring in sanitary inspections, and we start out with Inarahan Elementary School, which is the latest campus to pass such inspection, getting a B from Public Health with just 15 demerits. This is a significant improvement from its previous C rating with 28 demerits. Let's stay in the South now, as down the road at Talafofo Elementary, that campus continues to lead by example, maintaining an A for the second consecutive year. Good job. Several other schools are also making the grade after last getting C ratings. They are namely Juan M. Guerrero Elementary, Ordet Chalampago Elementary, Untalan Middle School, and JFK. Each of these public campuses has received a rating of B.
Fiscal Fitness is made possible by our partner, Coast 360 Federal Credit Union. Together we thrive.
Well, every one of us should be looking to be financially fit, and in this week's installment of Fiscal Fitness, I'm going to talk to Coast 360's Derek Bollinger about personal finance in a high inflation economy. Hafa day, everybody. Fiscal Fitness is coming to you again from Coast 360. My buddy Derek Bollinger is here. Derek, good to see you as always, brother.
Always good to see you, Jason.
Okay, now it's always good to talk about finance, but we live in rather interesting times right now. You know, many people believe that we are headed towards, if not already in, an inflation or a recession. It's a high inflation economy, some people would believe. So what are tips that you always talk about self-discipline and, you know, planning and knowing where your money comes in and goes out and everything? What are some budgeting tips we can use as, you know, inflation begins to take hold?
Well, I think one of the simplest budgeting tip and easiest is really just to write it down. Write out a budget for yourself, track what your expenses are, where your money's going. And a lot of people would be surprised on how much they spend on things that they thought were, you know, that's just a cheap item, or it's just a, you know, that's only a $2, you know, but you spend $2 every day in a month and that adds up. So writing down where you're spending your money, I think that's an easy tip for people to identify maybe where they're spending more money than they want to, or even where they might want to spend money, start spending more money.
And you don't have to like have a degree in accounting to actually essentially use a ledger, right?
Yeah. You know, Excel is a simple and easy tool that's on a lot of people's computers and laptops. Or even just writing it out. Get a scratch piece of paper, write it out in a calculator. Add it up at the end of the month.
All right. We always talk about emergency savings and having, you know, that rainy day fund, right? With inflation being what it is right now, like how can we adjust for, you know, like emergency savings and the things that, you know, if you need to make an emergency purchase, if God forbid somebody gets sick, or, you know, you need quick cash.
Yeah. Yeah, especially with prices going up and things getting more expensive. Once you've written down those expenses and you're able to identify, you know, areas where you can possibly reduce your expenses, now you can take that savings and put it into an actual account, you know, a savings account, and hopefully that grows every month. So again, writing things down, identifying where your money's going, that'll really help you identify areas where you can save money.
And with that emergency fund, should we be putting a little bit more than usual given these kind of remarkable times?
Everybody's different. You know, I think you want to put away something for sure. How much you put away, that's going to be up to each individual person. You know, as much as you can. That's probably the best rule of thumb to follow, as much as you can, but that's going to vary from person to person.
Yeah, there is a difference between being, you know, self-disciplined when it comes to personal finance and, you know, doing it until the point when, you know, it starts to impact your lifestyle in a negative way, or it literally really starts to hurt. So, I mean, you don't want to get to that level.
Yeah, and those, you know, you get to that level and it's harder to maintain that savings. You know, if you're really sacrificing something that means a lot to you in order to build your savings, it may be harder to maintain that in the long term.
And the hardest thing is starting, because I know it's, you know, breaking behavior patterns is always like really difficult to do. But once you actually do it once, you know, you're good to go, right?
Yeah, you prove to yourself you can do it, and then you keep doing it.
There you go. Okay, and I want to get back, Derek, on this topic of, you know, like keeping the ledger and everything, because my math is terrible, right? Especially my arithmetic. Are there apps or services? I mean, you mentioned like Excel, Google Sheets, and everything, to actually be able to track, maybe get like a nice, you know, graphical report.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of applications out there. Some online banking systems might have built-in budgeting tools, but just on the internet, you can Google budgeting tools, and a lot of them can help, you know, help you reach your goals.
Very, very nice, and that's what it's all about. Helping you reach your goals and helping you be fiscally fit. That's why we chose that as the name of this segment. Derek Bollinger, Coast 360, always good to see you.
All right, thanks, Jason.
All right, we'll see you next time.
Coast 360 Federal Credit Union. Together we thrive.
And before we go to commercial break, this is very important. The Coast Guard is asking for your help after a mysterious raft was found drifting off Tumon Bay. A local charter spotted the gray inflatable raft near the Westin on Tuesday and towed it to the Hagåtña boat basin. Inside were fuel cans, food, shoes of various types, but no sign of any people. A full search from Gun Beach to Presidium Point turned up nothing, with no missing persons and no overdue boats. If you have any information, call 355-4826. That's 355-4826.
Now for a look at your world at home.
Tonight we are taking a look at the beautiful, unmistakable, and incomparable village of Sanitary.
Win one championship, you're celebrated. Win twice, they call you a hero. 3 times, they say words like legend and dynasty. 4, 5, 6 titles, they'll say enough is enough. But when you've won it all 7 times, what's left to say? Won it all 7 times, what's left to say? The trophy speaks for itself. Introducing the full lineup of Ram trucks. Ram, 7-time winner of Motor Trend's Truck of the Year.
Sometimes parenting can be hard. What should I be doing? The Guam Early Learning Council includes partners who can provide you with early childhood services and supports. We are here to assist. For resources and information, simply call 311 Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., excluding holidays. Early connection can change everything.
Taco Bell brought back crispy chicken nuggets, and I can't believe how good they are.
Why can't you believe it?
Because you're Taco Bell. Taco Bell.
Yeah, but a taco place can do nuggets, right?
Yeah. Mike's Hot Honey Diablo sauce is awesome.
Okay, they're good, but we're not a chicken place.
When did you guys become a chicken place?
Chicken? Can't a taco place do good nuggets? Are we not allowed to do both?
What do you mean?
You think it's cool to do both, right? Why are you looking at me like that?
Are they okay?
I don't think so.
We're totally a taco place that's a chicken place that's also a taco place.
Wesley kicks out. Simon, big 3. Oh, baby! Wesley kicks out. Simon, big three. Oh, baby!
Being stationed on Guam, there is much to do on the beautiful island. But before you pack, sanitize any household items and leave any organic materials behind to prevent the introduction of invasive species. If it's not native, it could be invasive. Leave invasives behind. New training location confirmed. The Mariana Islands. Before and after training, you will identify and sanitize your tactical gear to prevent the spread of invasive species. If it's not native, it could be invasive. Leave invasives behind.
Can somebody please help me judge this chicken?
Juicy, seasoned.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the hair.
Now, who you think made this?
I don't know who cooked it, but they know how to cook.
Boom! Oh, McDonald's! Yes!
Are you serious? You don't like Mickey D's? Okay.
Guess what? I got something special for y'all. Double dip! That nods mean people who love McCrispy strips. How you feeling now? Yeah.
Caught in 4K.
McCrispy strips, man, from Mickey D's. They here for it. Bye.
Bye. I wish they could move back home.
Should we build on a honeymoon?
Yes. Yes! First Hawaiian Bank knows that family comes first. That's why our bankers work with you to make your what-ifs a reality. Personalized service and digital tools, all under one roof when you bank on the best. First Hawaiian Bank. It all starts with yes.
Okay, everybody, summertime is here for most of us. And you know what's super cool during the summer? The circus. And you combine them together and you make a circus summer camp. This is the best. Now check this out. We want you to get involved, kids, because this is going to be absolutely amazing. Make sure to participate June 16th to the 27th. It's a Great American Super Circus. It is going to be incredible. Circus summer camp. Learn how to be a circus clown, learn how to be an acrobat, learn some really, really cool things, and make a lot of good friends. And that's what summertime is all about. All right, Spotlight Sessions is coming to you as we roll into the summer season. And we want you to get involved in this event as well because good things happening. It's a cabaret season. Un cabaret, un cabaret, un cabaret. That's all that song I know, but you can learn a lot more by getting involved with these summer sessions. Hey, cabarets are really, really awesome too. And at Garden to Table, we want you to make smart decisions about what you put on your plate, what you grow in the garden, and what you put into your body because it's all good for you. And our friends at the Garden to Table Project, they've got these 4 amazing types of food. Hey, it already started, right? They're dealing this week with the chaya. Coming up on Thursday is the sweet potato, and then next week is the moringa and the papaya. Make sure to check that out, and make sure to watch News Bites every single night because we show you cool things to do this summer. Hey, Carter Joey, and happy birthday number 1 to you. You are getting all the love in the universe, the galaxy, the Milky Way, the world, all of it. From Grandma Char, Papa Joe, Kyrie, and Corey. And Dolores Chargaloff and Jonah Chargaloff Mindiola. Happy birthday to the best Nana ever and our first sunshine. It's a great day to have a birthday, and we wish Carter, Dolores, and Jonah the best one ever. Want to wish your special someone a happy birthday? Just click the QR code here on your screen or email birthdayclub@kuam.com. That's your primetime show, everybody. Thanks so much for streaming us. Let's all be good to each other. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Half a day and welcome to the hub where America's stories begin. I'm Nevaeh Anderson, and this week we're taking you east of the Marianas as United Airlines and the Guam Visitors Bureau launch the new direct flight between Guam and Taipei. So let's go to Taipei.
This is a journey that's been in the making for a long, long time. It's not just about travel. It's more about progress, partnership. This is something that our people have been looking forward to. Like I said, not just because it'll again recover our tourism, but because of all the many opportunities we can have and the stronger opportunities and access to Taiwan's expertise. Everybody, United Airlines, the airport, GBB, for making this day a reality.
It looks like we're just about ready to board, so come along with us for the journey, and next time you'll see us, we'll be touched down in Taipei. Adios!
It's been 5 years since United had a regular flight schedule between the two islands, and everyone is eager to have it back. Taiwan is teeming with untapped memory-making potential from hiking, biking, hot springs, shopping, and eating great food. And for us on Guam, it offers us a unique blend of familiar island lifestyle and a whole new frontier to explore. So after a smooth 4-hour flight, we landed at the Taoyuan International Airport, where we were greeted by members of the GVB Taiwan office. From there, we loaded into our vans and started our 45-minute drive into the city. Once we arrived and checked into our rooms at the Grand Hyatt Taipei, we sat down for a delicious lunch with the GVB and United team.
So this new route is all about connecting two dots, two islands in that aspect. Most beautiful islands, Taipei and Guam. What we offer is that we operate in a preferred daytime flight. You a little bit early to depart from Guam, but once you get here, you have a whole day to enjoy culture, history, and food. The last thing I want to really thank everyone who worked so hard to make this happen. And we are so excited about to have you guys here in Taipei and experience Taipei, and we'll do our best in partnership with GVB to promote Guam and Taipei and make sure this flight will be successful.
We're really here to celebrate a very momentous occasion for the people of Guam, the people of Taiwan. This connectivity is really going to help us to maintain that cultural exchange, the economic growth, and tourism. There's a ton of things for our local folks to do when they come and visit Taipei. The people are warm and super friendly, which is what we're used to in Guam. The food is incredible, but there's just a ton of things for you all to do. We really want to work with our partners in United to make sure we're filling the planes both ways. I just really want to thank you so much for taking the time. I want to thank your organizations for helping us to make this all happen and for getting you all here. Huge thanks to our partners, United Airlines, and to our Taiwan office. And we just hope you have a really wonderful time.
And while we filled up on lunch before heading out for the rest of the day, we got the chance to pick their brains about all the opportunities this opens up. Paramount among them is medical tourism.
Philippines or Hawaii are other destinations for medical tourism. You all will be meeting with, I think, the Adventist Hospital later today. So being able to kind of discover that and encourage folks to consider that as an additional option.
In between discussions of how economically and medically advantageous this relationship will be, conversations surrounding cultural connectivity sprouted as well. Taiwan Sales General Manager at United, Brenda Tang, shared a DNA study that links the ancient Chamoru people with indigenous Taiwanese tribes, and later in the trip we'll actually get to witness that history for ourselves. With our stomachs full, the group hopped back in the vans to the Taiwan Adventist Hospital. There, the hospital's board gave a presentation on its history and the wide range of services they provide. During the Q&A portion, KUAM asked about their telemedicine opportunities.
Are there any advanced medical technology initiatives such as telemedicine that would benefit remote island locations such as Guam that you offer here?
The director of their orthopedic department gave us an example of how their telemedicine process works.
If they want to get some the heart examinations or get some surgery, and while the Dr. is still not very well controlled the patient's glucose level, and we can send to our taxi to get the total treat. And another case from the Palau, they treat with the orthopedics, get the surgeon of the bone, and also they come here for the heart examinations.
This hospital has everything that you could need if you're seeking medical treatment. One of the resources is a sports center and also an IVF treatment center, specifically dedicated IVF treatment center with a success rate of over 50%.
For those who are considering medical tourism but are worrying about getting high-quality care or navigating a possible language barrier, the hospital's International Priority Care Center has you covered. Opened in 1989, the center offers a full range of hospital services by a multilingual staff.
In addition to addressing all of your medical needs, they also assist with visa preparations, ticketing, hotel reservations, and other travel necessities.
Summer's here, Guam. Get ready for sun-soaked days with Kmart. From beach gear to backyard barbecue essentials, Kmart has it all at prices that keep your wallet cool. Stock up on snacks and fun kids activities to keep them entertained. Kmart is Guam's one-stop shop for summer fun. Plus, military and frontline workers save more with our exclusive discounts every day. Shop now for your summer essentials at Kmart, the 24-hour superstore. Summer vibes, Kmart style.
Super speed your life with Docomo Pacific Fiber Internet. Get symmetrical upload and download speeds up to 5 gigs. Get started with Fiber 500 at $145 a month, Fiber 1 gig at $215 a month, or Fiber 5 gig at $299 a month. Plus, get 2 SuperPod 6Es with any plan, and a free EcoFlow River 3 and bonus welcome kit with 1 gig and 5 gig plans. Experience tomorrow's islands today with Docomo Pacific Fiber Internet.
NBC's Wednesday primetime lineup comes into focus with Vision Express. Fast, fashionable, focused.
KUAM TV8, first on Guam.
Guam's beauty is only surpassed by its hospitality. Please help protect it by not bringing any items that can have a harmful impact on the island. Remember, if it's not native, it could be invasive. Leave invasives behind.
New training location confirmed. The Mariana Islands. Before and after training, you will identify and sanitize your tactical gear to prevent the spread of invasive species. If it's not native, it could be invasive. Leave invasives behind.
After our meeting with the hospital, we then went on a little side quest to do more exploring before dinner, walking and taking the metro to visit the Dadao Cheng neighborhood. There, we walked down Dihua Street, the oldest street in Taipei. This is the site of the original pioneer settlements, and it definitely shows in the European-inspired facades on the buildings. This neighborhood is also adjacent to the Tamsui River, which was the center for trade by the 1890s. There are tons of food stalls, traditional medicine shops, cafes, and a visitor center where you can learn more about the area and even rent out retro costumes to really get into the energy of this neighborhood frozen in time. To round out a jam-packed first day in Taipei, we had dinner at the world-renowned Taiwanese restaurant Din Tai Fung. Maybe you've heard of their famous xiaolong bao, also known as soup dumplings, or their shrimp and pork xiao mai. Either way, a stop or two at this award-winning restaurant is a must. We ordered nearly everything on the menu to make sure we got a taste of their refined, yet comforting dishes. And it's safe to say that we got a good night's rest after. We're already off to at the start of our second day. We're heading up into the mountains to Wulai, the Council of Indigenous People, and we're going to be riding some gondolas, so I can't wait to take you all with us. As we left Taipei City behind us, we ventured into the mountains surrounding it, and I highly recommend you do the same on your trip here. As much as there is to see and do in the city, it was nice to get away from the hustle and bustle. So we're on our way to Wulai. We're in the mountains already, and we stopped by to look at this beautiful waterfall on our way. Following winding roads, we finally made it to the Ataya village. We just visited the Ataya tribe and we went through a traditional blessing. It was really cool and interesting to see the similarities in our cultures, and we're going to take you along for the rest of our tour. After the blessing ceremony, a teacher from the Trenin Kwazan Biro Experimental Elementary School gave us a tour of the village. Pointing to each plant we passed by and every flower we smelled, she shared their names, purposes, and the tribe's continued tradition of self-sustainability. Walking past their orchards, we also spotted a few familiar fruits and vegetables like guava, papaya, taro, eggplant, and more. With a school population of only 18 students, their curriculum covers all the core subjects, but it also has a strong focus on keeping the Ataya culture alive through language, culinary, foraging, art, and architecture studies, similar to what Hurrao does on Guam. We even got to try our hands at archery. One thing that really made an impression on me as we walked through the village and spoke with locals was how proud they were of their culture. Each person we interacted with spoke so passionately about every part of the Ataya culture, from their hunting traditions to the little plants that brushed our legs as we walked down the one main road in the village.
Similar to the Chamoru people, the indigenous people and tribes of Taiwan have come so far in terms of reclaiming their cultures and traditions. So practicing as much of their culture as they can in these modern times and speaking about their culture not as a distant world that was taken away from them, but as a force that constantly surrounds them was extremely inspiring. Before making our way down the mountain, the Council of Indigenous Peoples hosted us for lunch at a local restaurant and Taiwanese home-style cooking was on the menu. And the next thing we knew, we were back in the city and taking a gondola back up another mountain.
So now we're in the Malcolm Tea District up in the mountains of central Taipei. It's really romantic. You can come here with your family or you can come here with your significant other through the cable cars. It's a really great ride and a great way to see the city. So make sure you add it to your list when you come to Taipei. Now we're here at the Laohe Street Night Market and we're gonna go try some traditional Taiwanese food.
According to our guide Aiden, usually the market isn't this crowded. However, we just so happened to arrive in Taiwan as the tomb sweeping holiday began. So many families were out enjoying their 4-day weekend, these delicacies, and the cool night air alongside us. Walking through the market, all kinds of sights, sounds, and aromas enticed us to keep exploring the games, buskers, and of course, restaurants and food stalls. Some of the things we recommend you try are braised beef bone soup and cho tofu, also known as stinky tofu, but don't let that scare you. Embrace the adventure and try something new.
Honey, do you want some milk?
Do you ever wonder how your favorite products make their way into your local stores? Most arrive on state-of-the-art Matson vessels that transport containers of food, household items, equipment, and supplies into the islands every week. Because we know that you depend on us, we work closely with our partners to ensure that our shipments arrive on time, all the time, so you can find your favorite products when you need them. We transport the region's most precious cargo that supports successful businesses and promotes a better quality of life for our families. Matson is proud to have been the hometown shipping carrier for Guam, the CNMI, and Micronesia for the past 25 years, and you can count on us to be here for generations to come.
Pizza Hut is about to hook you up with more of what you love. Because when you order any pizza, we'll hook you up with a free pizza later. That's a pizza now and a free pizza later. Get even more with the Hut Hookup. Order now, only on the Pizza Hut app. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
It's another beautiful day here in the city, and I just have to say that Taiwan has everything. Whether you're looking to relax at their famous hot springs, do some shopping, or if you're a history buff like me and want to do some exploring at a museum, today we actually got to do that and we visited the National Palace Museum here in Taipei. This world-class museum houses an eclectic collection of treasures kept by generations of emperors from the Forbidden City, and the museum itself is actually designed in the style of a northern Chinese palace. It houses hundreds of thousands of historical relics that make up the world's most comprehensive collection of ancient Chinese artifacts covering over 5,000 years of China's history. The museum also provides Chinese, English, French, German, Japanese, Spanish, and Korean language guides and literature to help you along your way.
One of the coolest things we got to see at the museum was their extensive jade collection. Before going through the exhibit, I had no idea that jade serves so many purposes such as protection, luck, and to worship.
This jade at least 4,000 years old. Chinese people, we use jade to worship sky, to worship earth. Chinese people, we consider jade is an item that can protect you, prevent for the evil.
Like I said, if you're a history buff or just an art lover in general, you definitely don't want to miss a visit here. You could easily spend an entire day here going through all the exhibits with their on-site cafes and restaurants to keep you fueled. After going through the main exhibits and doing some damage at the gift shop, we decided it was time for lunch. And you know we couldn't leave Taiwan without having some hot pot. Lucky for us, the restaurant we sat down in was all you can eat.
So we just finished up at the museum and now we're having some lunch. We're having some hot pot and there's spicy and not spicy. There's beef, there's seafood, all kinds of things, all kinds of vegetables. So let's try it. I personally like the beef the best. Here's the sauce that I made.
But before we ate and as the broth heated up, we all visited the sauce station where we created our own dipping sauces. There was also a drink station that had everything from iced tea to coffee and slushies. And to cleanse the palate, if your stomach isn't completely full at this point in the meal, they had an ice cream bar and a cold stone station with unique flavors like oolong milk tea with boba. This was definitely one of our favorite meals we had during the whole trip. It gave us a chance to sit down, take our time, and talk about how excited we are for all of you to visit the island yourselves.
Now I'm reporting to you from the top of one of the tallest buildings in the world, Taipei 101, and it once held the record for being the tallest building in the world from 2004 to 2009. Take a look at the view. The building itself has 101 floors, hence the name Taipei 101. It's a multi-purpose building housing office spaces, even a luxury shopping mall, and restaurants. It also features high-speed elevators that took us all the way up to the observation deck, and of course we brought you along for the ride and for the view. So a little bit about the shape of the building. The building's design is a unique blend of traditional and modern aesthetics. It's shaped like a towering bamboo stalk and features 8 pagoda-like sections with 8 floors each. Each section represents luck, prosperity, and longevity. So now that you know a little bit more about this iconic skyscraper, it's your turn to come to Taipei and visit it yourself.
And what a treat, our hotel is right next door to Taipei 101. All we had to do was take the sky bridge that connects the two buildings, and we were there.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
Win one championship, you're celebrated. Win twice, they call you a hero. 3 times, they say words like legend and dynasty. 4, 5, 6 titles, they'll say enough is enough. But when you've won it all 7 times, what's left to say? The trophy speaks for itself. Introducing the full lineup of Ram trucks. Ram, 7-time winner of Motor Trend's Truck of the Year.